you missing out on hidden referral opportunities? Well, in short, the answer is yeah, but we'll get to that in a minute. Hi, I am John Butt. This is Marketing for Owners, the podcast. It is 5 days a week. Yeah, some of them are short, some of them are longer. Wednesdays and Fridays are the interview ones where you don't have to look at me or you don't have to listen to me prattling on. I have interesting people that you can learn from. They're good. Anyway, and that tomorrow, by the way, as this is a Thursday, tomorrow is our ones to watch. So these are people you may not have heard of who are doing great things, who you can emulate. So be there tomorrow. It's a good one. So back to referrals. In my marketing system that I've been using for years that just leads to success, happens to be the same type of system that most other successful online marketers, and in fact offline marketers, use as well. Stumbled on it by accident. It was only after years and years of people asking me, of me doing it, and then people asking me for help, that I suddenly realized I had a system that I'd developed over nearly 30 years at the time that just works. So, and it starts off, just to recap, it starts off with having a presence on its, so that's your website. Then having a profile, which is your social media profiles, and then having picking out only potential clients, customer profiling, avatars, etc. Number 4 is asking them permission to market to them via some kind of opt-in or lead magnet or something. Then number 5 is we then nurture them and convert them into a purchase. And number 6, once they have made a purchase, then we work and we do our utmost, our absolute best to then convert them to become a preacher. Notice all the P's? Yeah. And once that happens, once they become a preacher, then number 7 happens. The system perpetuates and it becomes a perpetual sales cycle, because your customers that come through it then find new customers and put them back in. And they go, then they come out, they find new customers, they put them back in. It perpetuates, it's a perpetual sales cycle. And that is how it works. But the last part is referrals. Now, of course, everyone will ask, what's the most important part, John? And of course, each time I say something different, because when it comes down to it, they're all very important. But this is the one where most of us let it slide. Okay, so once someone has made a purchase, it doesn't matter how little. This could be £5 or $7 or a tenner, a 20. It could be anything. Once they've made a purchase, we want to do everything in our power to have them make a repeat purchase, a second, to buy again. Then they're a repeat buyer. And then we want to do everything to have them buy again. Now at this point, they're starting to become a regular buyer, but this is not a fluke. And there's 2 reasons for this. First of all, in your mind, you'll be trying to convince yourself that that was a fluke. You're scared to ask them what they thought, in case they say, well, actually, when it arrived, it was awful, it was horrible, it wasn't what I was expecting. But when they've done it again, and then they've done it again, you can realize that they're actually buying because they want to buy. And that means you're doing something great. First of all, you are fulfilling their expectations. And secondly, you are fixing their problem. You are scratching their itch. Cool, eh? But they like you. Now, this has a thing for confidence in your mind. This means that they like it, and that means there will be other people that like it. And who better to ask than the person who uses it and knows how wonderful it is? So this is why we ask for referrals. And this is why it's important to get them to that sort of second or third purchase, or that second or third month of a recurring payment when they're a client, so that you can ask them for referrals. But that's not, I mean, that's the easy way. There are many opportunities for hidden opportunities. So let me give you a couple of examples. Now on Tuesday I talked, if you want to go back and listen to it, because you naughty person, have you not listened to Tuesday's episode? It was the 5 things that you need in your email signature. And one of them was an offer, like a message. It's more than a PS. I mean, you put your PS. This is in your fixed email signature that hopefully you're using wisestamp.com for. You can put your message in there with a link to your opt-in, because when what generally happens in that perpetual sales cycle, when somebody is referred, the point where they come back into that sales cycle is in at the permission, asking for permission to market to them, and then they purchase, and then they become a preacher, then they send their friends in who ask for permission to be marketed, you know, and that's where it comes in. So they come in at the opt-in. So on that email signature, when you send out an email, every single email to every single person you ever email, even to friends and family, in your fixed signature, just add a link to your offer, to whatever it is. So for instance, we have the ultimate, if you go to marketingforowners.com/71, if you want to see how this works, I mean, you know how these things work. You can sign up, you can get the download, and then you can opt out. You know, you can unsubscribe. It's a one-click unsubscribe. We don't hassle you. We don't phone you up. Don't ask you for a phone number or a credit card or anything like that. Nothing for sale. So, but that book that has the 71 tools that me and my staff and my team use every single day to run our business and to advance us in marketing. Virtually all free stuff, by the way. So we have that in the signature, or an offer to join the Owners Club, no matter what it is. In fact, even in my fire safety business, there is an offer to join the Owners Club, a different business, in the signature, because quite often my clients there are small business owners. Yeah, so that's an opportunity. But referrals, so you can ask people for that. I mean, that's a marketing opportunity. You can ask people in that signature, do you know someone else who would benefit? Would you like to share this? You can share the email, you can share the offer, whatever you're talking to them about. If you put that in your signature, you can ask for referrals and send them to a dedicated form, a dedicated place, a dedicated page, so that when they come to that landing page, it says, hi, thanks. You're here because someone's just referred you. We'd love that, and we'd love to prove. You can either fill in this form or email us here or call on, and that's it. So that's another opportunity. It doesn't have to be an opt-in. It can be for a referral, for someone to refer someone else onto you. Okay. Now, when you contact them, when you speak to them, when you sell to them, how about giving them something, a leaflet, a little something, a card? It's where it can make it easy for them to pass it on to someone else. So your delivery drives can give out a couple. Don't give them loads of these. So these cards would refer a friend, and they're probably going to give your friend or a colleague something that's easy, something that makes their life simple. Don't worry about it. Just carry on and just give it to them. Just give them whatever you want, and it's fine. Just give them an ebook, a download or something, but say pass to a friend. Just give them a couple, have them pre-printed, give them a couple. Every package you send out, put a couple in the package. Every touch point, give a couple. Change the design every now and again. Change the offer. Change whatever you do. Just keep on changing. Make it different. Keep them interested. Give them reasons. Every touch point, whether that's by email or by on the phone. How about asking them? Have you ever heard of the Net Promoter Score? Which is, you probably see this thing where it says from 1 to 10, with 1 being the highest, how likely are you to refer us to a friend? Now, if people answer 6 or 7, you can ask them, what would it take to make us a 8 or 9. If they answer 10, contact them and say thank you very much, and would you have anyone in mind? You can put that out in a survey and you can then get people's feedback. There are ways, you can put that in your email signature. You can just send out the thing. You can send a letter. There are so many ways to generate referrals, and I want you to think of every single time and touch point so you can do this, because if you're not, you're missing out on free business. These are your advocates, your evangelists, your preachers, the people who use your stuff and they love it. And that's why they're using you. You can have more of them. Okay. Finally, podcast, Drive Time Podcast. Today is Marketing Over Coffee, and it's by Christopher Penn and by John Wall, and it's been going for years and it's incredibly popular. Most marketing people would count that on their list of their top 10. I'm not going to tell you anything more about it. I'm just going to say go and listen to it. Simple as that. Anyway, have a good day. Don't forget the interview tomorrow. See you soon.